Hello, Leela here, and I'm going to talk today about the belly, the feminine belly. And I kind of was almost hesitant to share, and I just pushed go live because I understand the disdain for people talking about body stuff sometimes. I honor that. Wherever you are in your belly journey, your body journey, wherever you are is perfect. And if you want to learn more about your body, then listen in. I'm going to talk about your belly. So before I tell you some things to do with your belly and not to do, I'm going to share a little story. I hated my belly for the first 35 years of my life. And I started doing body work and I started doing bowspring, Shri dive and bowspring. And when I'd go to the studio, all the teachers and a lot of the students would have on these teeny little shorts and sports bras. So the whole body's exposed and there's these massive mirrors. So you got to see yourself. And I exercised and went to yoga, but always wore a shirt that covered my belly, right? And so I was not comfortable showing my belly. Not to say I haven't. I wore bikinis and, stuff like that, but I never liked my belly. I always felt like it looked like a little poochy baby belly. And I didn't like it because I had the idea in my mind that I needed to have a flat stomach with six-pack abs. So you may be somewhere on that spectrum. You may not like your belly at all. You may love your belly, or you might be somewhere in between. You might also have an idea of what the belly is supposed to look like. And I'm going to tell you that if you have an idea that the belly is supposed to look like a flat abs kind of thing, you might want to listen in and change your paradigm. Because what I've learned through my teachers, through my practice, and through my guiding others through this is that when you soften the belly, you can lengthen the belly and then strengthen the belly that way. So we strengthen the belly through lengthening instead of shortening. And it's a very different look. The way that I see it, it's a much more feminine look. When you lengthen the belly, the waist comes in and starts to narrow. So you have more of an hourglass curvy shape versus if you see a lot of CrossFit girls or I've even seen that booty yoga, BUTI yoga, where they have really square waist. It's because they're crunching and crunching and crunching and crunching. Now you might like that look, but what I'm going to tell you is that number one, if you think about when somebody's in fight or flight, say they have a loud noise, they tense up, they tighten up in the abs. So tightening your abs might actually be triggering fight or flight response, first off. Second off, a lot of our important organs are in the stomach area. The digestion is huge. We've got, the liver and the kidneys and the stomach and the pancreas and all the goodness in there. And a lot of times those organs struggle to function if there's too much tension. So I'm going to recommend learning from me, learnings from somebody like me who can teach you how to soften the belly, lengthen the belly, then strengthen the belly. I promise you, if you join me or if you do it on your own, within 90 days or less, maybe even 3 weeks, you'll have a waist if you don't have one now. So if you've never had a waist or if you've lost your waist, I can help you because it's just a form. The form dictates function. We like the way hourglass shape looks because it's healthier from a functionality standpoint. So I'm going to show you today a little bit of how to create a belly that you love. So like I said, I hated my belly for years. I went on a journey of self-love back in 2014. My word was self-love. And I would look at myself in the mirror. So the first thing if you want to do is mirror work or looking at your actual belly, but looking at it in the mirror is a different experience. And I would say, I love you, belly. I love you, belly. I love you, belly. I love you, belly. Now, I did not believe it at first. Okay. I hated my belly. I couldn't stand it. I also had a lot of digestive issues years back. If you knew me in my younger years, you'd know that I would sometimes eat food, it would get stuck and I'd have to throw up. I don't have that ever now. I haven't had that in years. And I believe part of it was because I was holding so much tension, especially at my solar plexus, that my like little flappy doodad to open from my esophagus to the stomach wouldn't open. And I was under so much stress and tension that it just wouldn't open. And my food would, I'd have to get it out or I'd be in like so much pain. So I did the mirror work to love my belly. I surrounded myself with other women who were on the journey of learning how to love their belly as well. So a lot of my colleagues, a lot of my fellow students, they were learning how to soften their belly and let it go. And there's a space where you feel like the belly's sticking out and you feel kind of like fat looking. Um, or if you already feel like your belly's sticking out, it feels like it's sticking out even more. That's a process. I'll just be real. It takes time to relax the belly. And then once you can, I remember the first day my low belly relaxed. I actually released, you know, like menstrual fluid for my body because my body just like let go. It wasn't even that time of the month. But because my body had been holding tension, I was holding on to like blood. I didn't even know it. And it like released when my belly let go. And so I take women on a journey to relax your belly. When you relax your belly, you can actually lengthen your belly and strengthen it. So it's not about just letting it go, because then you have, no boundaries and you're just la, 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 but it's letting it go to open it up, then you can strengthen. Okay. So I'm going to show you a couple things today. I've been talking about the belly today on social media. And in particular, this low belly. So your belly comes down all the way to your pubis here. So you want to actually put your hands here, open the mouth, and let it go. So you'll see, like I could do the flat ab thing, right? Six packs, right? But I don't want to be, right? I want to be open. So in order to do that, first you let the belly go, open the mouth to let it go. Also let the booty go back, knees bent. If your tail is tucked, this is tight and short. If your tail is wagging, this is more open and longer, okay? So the next piece is you want to take your arms up, right? You want to spread the wings. You can imagine you can grab onto like an imaginary bar even and lift those rib cage up, 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 up. Heart up, rib cage up, lift it up. Keep the booty back as you're lifting up. So the strengthening of the abs comes from a pulling apart, not a tightening down. It's a hips back to pull those low belly back. Heart up, head up to lift that belly long. Okay. Now I know you can't do this all day, but you can do it in a practice. You can lift your arms like you're at a concert with a lighter back in the 90s, 80s, 2000s, before cell phone lights. Like this lengthen will create that waist, right? This creates shortness, right? So I did a post today about don't do crunches, stop doing crunches. And I stand by that. Because we live in a day and age where people are bent over anyways. So you need to oppose the tendency of bending over. Even if you work out and you lift weights and you're super buff. I have a client, for example, who's a former WWE wrestler, and she's just like super buff. I like to think about her like a little meatball. She's like so little and just packed full of awesomeness. And she learned how to create this more feminine shape by lengthening the belly, by softening. Her back pain went away, number one. her moods improve because she's more lifted and less in, right? And now she has this like more feminine shape that's more curvy and fluid. And I really see a lot of women out there talking about like the feminine stuff, feminine energy or feminine sales or feminine business or feminine this or feminine that, or they're like against the patriarchy, but their bodies aren't really representing the feminine form. Now, I'm not judging. Trust me, I have a lot of strong masculine energy. I'm a go-getter. I'm like a doer, you know, I'm like, yes, go for it. So I actually have to work that much more to be in my feminine. And I'm not always in it. Right? There's sometimes where I'm intense and I'm in my head. It's way too much. Way too intense. But that's why I practice. That's why I bring these 15-minute classes to you. So the Feel Good Movement membership is only 15-minute classes. I had a gal today that came and I said, how you feeling? You know, because she's newer. She's been in about a month. And she says, you know, it's hard to get here sometimes. I said, but you keep showing up, right? She keeps showing up. It's amazing. I love it. It makes me so happy when somebody new comes in, they keep showing up. You're like, yes. And I said, every time you come, you feel good when you leave, right? She's like, yeah, I always, you know, everybody said that. I had another gal who's practiced for quite some time. And we did a belly practice today. I'll show you in a second. And she was really liking it because she's like been tight in the rib cage area. So the belly relaxing is have been a benefit for her to open that area up. And what I'm going to say, I just said I was going to show you something. I think what I'm going to do, actually going to wait till tomorrow because I got to hop on a call with my holistic doctor right now. He's doing a group call and I just realized what time it was. So I'll do the belly on the floor video for you guys later. For now, see if you can like bend your knees and wag your tail like a happy puppy and lengthen the belly, lift the heart, let the head go long. You'll create a waist. It's just like an animal. You don't see an animal like crunching in, right? You see an animal lengthening, oh, stretching, getting long belly, waist goes all narrow, right? And the waist and the neck are connected. So if you have any neck tension, this will help because if your waist is tight, your neck is tight. If your neck is tight, your waist is tight. So I hope this is helpful. If you want to join us, if you need some accountability, if you struggle staying consistent, or you want to learn more details about how to open your body, lengthen your belly by softening and strengthening and working your body's fascia, your connective tissue, I'm your girl. Join the Feel Good Movement membership. Check us out. You can come in, you can leave at any time. That's the cool thing about it. It's not a long-term thing. You come in. I only have one person not be able to stay in, mostly just because of, not only because of timing. She just couldn't do it with the time and she wants to be in the live classes. So everybody else stays in because it just feels so good. That's the point. Like if you come to me, you'll feel good afterwards, like guaranteed. Have a great day. Bye.